Peace everybody, Sweet Science Boxing Academy. We back at it with another video. Alright, so I just got finished checking out the whole full media day workout for Errol, Spence, and Terence Crawford. In this video, I'm going to focus more on Errol Spence because not only did I check out his media day workout, but I also check out the reactions to it. I'm looking at all the content creators who posted videos about his media day workout, and it's so funny because now you got a bunch of people saying that Errol Spence looks sharper than he ever did before. He looks too big, too strong. I foresee him knocking out Terence Crawford now. When some of these same people not a week ago were saying that Terence Crawford was going to beat. But now, I guess because Errol looked sharp in the media workout, which he did look sharp. Like, this is no knock. He did. He looked excellent, if you ask me. But he always looks sharp. That's the whole point. This is no knock, no diss to anybody, nothing. But a lot of people, they just watch boxing. You know, like most of the people who report on this stuff never stepped in the ring. And I'm actually glad that I decided to start switching over my content because I got other YouTube channels. But I wanted to focus more on this side, on the boxing side, because I am a professional fighter. Well, I haven't fought in a few years now since my injury, but nonetheless, I know boxing. I've been boxing for years. I'm come from a family of fighters. I'm from Philly. Boxing is just on a whole different level. The tenacity, the skills, the griminess. Because don't get me wrong, it's grimy as hell here, especially in the fight scene. But I say all that to say, you know, boxing is something I know. And seeing this workout today, it really ain't no different from what I've seen before in the past of Errol Spence. If you ask me, if I'm being perfectly honest, I actually thought he looked vicious when he was training for the Sean Porter fight. Like, I thought that was crazy. And Mikey Garcia, because for some strange reason, it seemed like Errol thought that Mikey Garcia was going to be a real threat to him. And I get it, because at the time, Mikey was undefeated and he was wrecking shit. He beat Robert Easter like it ain't nothing. He beat Adrian Broner like it ain't nothing. Like, he was dominating the lightweight division, and he decided to move up 2 weight classes and take on Errol Spence. And because of Mikey's boxing ability, a lot of people gave Mikey a shot. And Errol looked at that like, oh, that's a threat. And if you go back and watch the film, because it's still here on YouTube, his training was crazy for that fight, because they really thought that Mikey was going to do something. Personally, I didn't. Although I believe that Mikey is a great fighter, I just thought that he didn't have nothing for Errol because he was just too small. Had he been a natural welterweight, then that may have been something different. But him daring to be great was awesome. But I just knew he wasn't going to do anything. But if you're in that particular fight, you can't take your opponent lightly, and Errol didn't take him lightly. But I'm saying all that to say, this media day workout that I seen, it wasn't really no different from any other media day workout. The only difference I seen was Derrick James. He was the decimal point in this media day workout, because if you look, you see Derrick James switching back and forth from orthodox to southpaw, and he was coming forward, he was moving back, he was boxing and everything, so he was switching it up. So Derrick was more of a scene for me, and it did make me realize they took this training camp really seriously, and they focused on Terence Crawford to the T. So okay, maybe that may be something that people are seeing. They're seeing that Derrick James is switching it up, and it's a hard focus on the switch hitting, which is Terence Crawford. So I get that part, but people are saying that he looked so big and so strong. One YouTuber who's a big YouTuber in this boxing community saying that he looked like he about 160 right now, and he said it like he was boasting about it. That's not particularly a good thing if he is 160, because you're a week out from the fight and you still 160. That's not good. Although he can lose the weight, he can probably lose the weight in a day, because I remember I had to fight and I lost 14 pounds in one day. That's not something that you do. This was when I was still an amateur. I had the fight coming up. The reason why I was so overweight because I was bullshitting and I didn't think I was really going to fight because I kept getting walkovers because my opponent wouldn't show up or miss weight or something, so I didn't have to fight. I would just automatically move on to the next round. I automatically got the win. But this particular time, I did get the fight, and I was overweight, so I had about 5 hours to lose 14 pounds. Well, I lost 12 pounds, so they still allowed me to fight. But the point is, I was so drained for that damn fight, and that's not a good thing. And a lot of fighters do that, and I don't recommend that, amateur or pro. So if you're boasting about Errol Spence look like 160 now, that's not a good thing. Errol Spence right now, he should be about junior middleweight at most. He should be right now between 151 or 154, somewhere around there, coming close down to 150, then 49, 48, and 47 by next week. So that's where he should be at. He shouldn't be at no 160, 165 or nothing. That's not a good look. But all in all, I thought he did look good in his training camp. I see that they taking this camp seriously, focusing on what Terence Crawford does best. So I think we're gonna be in for a good fight. But by no stretch of the means, I seen anything that indicates that he was just gonna be too dominant for Terence Crawford. Now it's a 50-50 fight, so he could just go inside there and walk right over him. But at the same time, Terence Crawford can do the same thing to him. At this point, we just gonna have to wait and see. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. Drop y'all comments down below. Make sure I like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see y'all the next one. Peace.